Hey guys, hope you're doing well and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Rolland. Oh my god, you guys, December is finally here. I know, right? Woo! Shagona vigelegele. Anyway, back to the story. So, I've been on a sabbatical. If you follow me on Instagram, which in case you haven't, by the way, you're missing out on the tea. Anyway, in case you haven't followed me on Instagram, then you know that I've been on a sabbatical leave for like the whole of November. So now December is my month where I'm coming back, and it's coming back with a bombshell. Anyway, before I make this video too long, this intro too long, I decided what better way to kickstart off my December other than with my cinnamon and Limezest Mandazi recipe. A lot of you have been requesting for this recipe, and I said, why not? It's Christmas, we gift our loved ones what we like. So I decided I'll gift you my cinnamon and Limezest Mandazi recipe. So welcome to my channel and let's get started. To start off this recipe, these are all the things I'll be needing. So there's a half a cup of normal sugar, there's a teaspoon of salt, there's like a teaspoon, this is a teaspoon of cardamom. Now this cardamom, let me bring it close so that you guys can see. Now this cardamom is as you can see, there's pods. There's pods and there's two seeds. Chini, you'll see them once I put them in the other flour. In the flour, the difference between this cardamom and the normal cardamom you buy at the shop is this one I bought them as seeds and then I grinded them so that I can get, because the pods also have a lot of flavor. So yeah, next we have a tablespoon of baking powder, sorry, not a tablespoon but a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a tablespoon of lime zest. This is lemon and lime zest. I had a few limes left and some lemons. I don't go without lemons in the house. So yeah, you just wash them really nicely and you grate the zest off. And then finally the star, my flour. This is all-purpose flour. This is like 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So yeah guys, let's get started. So guys, we're gonna get started by mixing all our dry ingredients here. So we're gonna start with the sugar. In goes the sugar, then the salt, the cardamom. This is what I was telling you guys. If you can see that let me just zoom in a bit. If you can see in the cardamom there was this pods and there's these 2 seeds. That is what I was talking about. These 2 pods also have a lot of flavor. So yes, let's continue. And then next, we're gonna mix in our baking powder, and then our cinnamon, and lastly we're gonna do our lime zest. So yes, and then we're gonna just use one of these teaspoons. I can get rid of this. So using one of the teaspoons, I'm just gonna mix in these things really nicely to incorporate everything into the flour. Yes, like that. Now that everything is incorporated nicely, as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and start kneading our dough. So yes guys, I've just drawn some water from the tap. So now you can use milk mixed with water, or you can just use plain water. It all just varies in a nutritive value. That's where the difference comes in basically. But because I don't do dairy, that's why I opt for water alone. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna drill a well, like a really shallow well, inside your flour, and then you're gonna pour your water inside. So just like that, and then you're gonna mix in. Now I need to mention this when you're starting off, because I usually tell a lot of people this step and they don't understand. When you're starting off, you start off with your fingertips, just like this, until all the water is incorporated, like that. But then once the dough starts becoming stiff, that's when, sorry guys for shaking you, once the dough starts becoming stiff, yeah, you're gonna mix like this. Let's just mix it, and then I'll get back to you guys once this dough becomes a bit stiff. I've just gone off for a few seconds. So yes, as you can see, now the dough has started becoming a bit stiff. So what you do is you get this flour off your hands. It's a bit tricky and a bit messy, but yeah, you get this dough off, this sticky dough off your hands, and then you start. Now please note, let me adjust this camera properly, because I need, hey Leona Ngoa, what the hell is happening? Let me adjust this camera so that I can clearly show you what I mean. Yes, I think that's a better angle for you guys. So I was saying, please note the part I'm using. I've stopped using this part and I've started using the back of my palm. This part, let me even zoom in. This part is the one I'm saying, back of your palm. This is what you do. You start, your fingertips are only for scraping off the, sorry guys, for scraping off the extra flour on the sides of the bowl. But kneading the flour, you use the back part of your palm. You do this. That is the secret to soft and nice and full mandazis, because when you use this part, you're overworking your dough, this fingertips part, and that is what makes your mandazis dry and they're not even juicy. That is why, that's the hack I've always been trying to explain to people. Use the back part of your hand, this back part. Again, mnaona sijatumia acha nitumie Kiswahili, sijatumia maji yote, I've just used very kidogo water. It just doesn't mean if you fetch a cup full of water, that is the amount you're going to use all of it. You just need it to soften your dough. So that's it's in a kneadable state. Kneadable being this process, this kneading process. That is why you call it a kneadable. It needs to be in a kneadable state. So yes, I will continue kneading. We'll fast forward this kneading part until we can get to the consistency we want. Then I'll get back to you guys. Now you guys, I thought I should update you. I've drizzled a little bit of flour simply because my dough is a bit sticky and it's a bit hard to knead. But please, I need to caution you on this step. Don't add tons and tons of flour inside here. Don't. Just go slowly with the flour. As in, it just helps in the kneading the dough better. See ati black magic, itafanya tu dough isi stick. It just helps you in kneading the dough better. And as you can see, I will emphasize on this point, I am using this part. I'm sounding like a nursery school teacher, but ni ukweli, I am using this part because most of you won't do this and then they'll tell me my recipe is all wrong. Please note, I am using this part and not my fingertips. Please. See? Nasukuma tu hivi, pole pole. So fast forward, and then, well, you see, this is what I'm telling you. Flour comes in whoopsie, sorry guys. Flour comes in really steady. My camera has gotten all foggy. I'll get back to you guys. I've cleaned the camera lens. Sorry about that. So yes, so what you're gonna do now, you can see I like the consistency of my dough, the stickiness. It's not that much, at least it's gone down a bit, so the flour has helped. So I'm not gonna add any more flour. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my oil, my cooking oil, this is normal cooking oil, and then I'm gonna drip. Now I need to mention the importance of this step. When you drizzle oil, it reduces the stickiness, and then secondly, it makes your dough also softer. So this is a hack, a 2-in-1 hack. One benefit of drizzling oil is it reduces the stickiness. The second one, it also makes your dough soft. See, the dough has stopped sticking on my hands. So what I'm gonna do is just continue kneading. Please note again, for the millionth time, I am using the back part of my palm and not my fingerprints. If you want to just test if your dough is ready, just lift it off the bowl like this. Just push your bowl aside. See, it's supposed to be like this. See, it's popping back, which means it's almost ready, but it's not yet there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return it back into the bowl, scrape off this excess. So the people who have nails while cooking, I don't know how you're gonna do this. This is gonna be a bit messy for you because you see all this fly is sticking on your hands. But yeah, you're just gonna scrape off all this excess dough and then just continue kneading. Also, please, I have to mention, usione tu na knead hapa. I'm also very careful because over kneading your dough will dry out this dough. In case you want all these tips, in case you miss one of these tips and you're like, what did he say? There's a section, I'll link it on this side. There's a section on my page, it's called Pastry Class 101. That highlight section, it has everything to do with flours for mandazis and donuts. So in case you miss something or something past your ear, no worries, I got you covered. It's at the back of it's highlighted on my page, not at the back. It's highlighted. I wanted to say at the back of my book. It's highlighted on my page on Instagram. I'll also try highlight it on Facebook, but Facebook doesn't have that highlight option. Anyways, let's knead our dough kidogo, then I'll get back to you guys. Yes guys, so finally our dough is done after kneading it. You see, it's supposed to be that flowy. I think working inafatu alafu. I don't know if you can see, but the bottom of my bowl is nearly clean. My bowl is nearly clean at the bottom. This means I've scraped. We are not wasting anything now. This is everything. All the flour. Hizi zimebaki tu ni kidogo zenye nimeshindwa kutoa but everything is here. So you see, it's soft. It's not even sticky. And again, I don't know if this will be clear, but can you see? That bouncing back action? That's how you know your flour is ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mold it, and again, you see, I'm very gentle with my gongi kama mpira. I'm very gentle with my dough, so I'm just gonna place it back into my bowl, and then I'm gonna cover it with my towel. I'm just gonna give it like 2 hours to rest, then we'll be back at it. I have a couple of errands to run, so I'll see you guys back after I'm done. So quick update, I'm going out to run some errands, but I'll be back after like 2 hours. So that's the optimum time you need for your dough to rest before you start kneading it. This gives you, the reason why we give it ample time to rest is that this gives you it gives you an easy time rolling out the dough because the gluten strands have already what the hell by the way zisha relax, and the rolling out is gonna be really easy and really fast for you. You're not gonna have a hard time rolling out the dough. So I've placed it, let me show you where I've kept it, top of my burner. Yeah, and then I've just put it, I've just put it to relax for like 2 hours. Then I've covered it with a dry cloth. Some people opt to go with damp cloth, but I do dry. I don't see the point of going damp anyway. So I'll just cover this. In case you're wondering what, it's just water. I've just covered it nicely to prevent air from drying out. To prevent out the air from drying out and naifanya ikuwe na tutakujanga juu ya unga ukiacha open. So yes, so I'm back after the 3 hours. It's time to work on our dough. It has already rested enough. So now let's get to working on the dough. Yes, this is how the dough looks after 2 hours. You can see you see what I was telling you. Let me zoom in a bit so that you guys can see. You see, can you see that bouncing back action? That's how you know your dough has rested enough, if it bounces back. Can you see that, you guys? Yes, that is how you know your dough has rested enough. So right now, what I'm gonna do is, I've already dusted. I usually like using this cake base, those things that come with cake. So I've already dusted it and I've dusted my rolling pin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small portion of the dough, just a small kidogo portion like that, and I'm gonna like, you see why I always tell you guys not to overhandle your dough at that initial stage, because after there's a lot of touching, and if you overhandle it, then now overhandle sasa ndio itakauka zaidi. So just in case guys, sorry, so just in case you're wondering why I always say don't overhandle your dough, that is why. So now I'm gonna take this piece of dough that I've already taken, set the rest aside. Let me just set it here next to the camera. So what I'm gonna do next, you guys can see, let me adjust this a bit. Oh my god, sorry guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my flour. I use Ndovu. Can you see the name? Yeah, that. I use Ndovu. So I've already dusted the place where I'm gonna use to roll. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of flour on my dough ball. I've just drizzled kidogo flour on the dough ball. Then I'm gonna like put it on top there. Can you guys really see? I think that's better. Then what's gonna happen next is I'm gonna just roll it up. Now please note, let me hold it first. Please note I have dusted the underside of the, as in I've done, how am I gonna say it? Nimemwaga unga kwa surface yangu, then sijamwagilia unga huku juu. As you can see huku juu hakuna unga. Reason being, if you pour unga on top huku, itakausha unga. I mean, hizi vitu za unga, please note, please you guys note this. Na hata nitazi highlight kwa video. Don't dust with flour on this top part, just dust the bottom, kwenye kuna lalia mbao. The purpose of dusting is to prevent the dough from sticking while you are rolling. That's the only purpose of dusting. That's the only mbona una dust juu na chini ndio kuna guza board. So you dust the bottom only. I hope you've gotten that right. So we start rolling, So I won't take you through this rolling part. Mnajua kuroll unga. So I'll just roll, then I'll come to you after it's rolled enough. It's rolled wide enough. Sawa. Yes. Yes guys, so I've rolled it. As you can see, it's not a perfect circle, but it's gonna work because once you cut out the shape you want, the remaining dough you're just gonna remold it and then cut it out again using while you add some remainder dough if you have some remainder dough. So what you're gonna do is, this is gonna do for me right now. So I'm gonna take my cup, my Coca-Cola, my Sprite cup, I mean. I want to make circular mandazis. Now if you want to make the square ones or the triangular ones, you just take a knife and you shape the shape you want, but for circular ones you use like a cup or a glass, any can do it. So you take and then so because this is my working surface, I'm gonna take, we have one of these party plates, these party plates, the one people eat in parties. I mean party plates, you can hear from the name. So I'm gonna dust it to the same reason we're dusting, to prevent the flour from sticking, the dough from sticking once you place them on. So you make sure like the flour is all round. I hope you can see this. Then unainua tu moja. Please be very careful at this stage. You don't want your mandazis to lose shape. So that is why tunazichukua moja. Don't take ati unaekelea nia. Chukua moja. Hakuna haraka. Cooking needs no hurry. You have to be patient. This is what I always tell people. Cooking is a process that needs all the patience you have in this world. Sorry, when I move my hand, the camera is losing focus. That's why you can see it anti-focusing and focusing. Is that even a word, anti-focusing? So I'm gonna get rid of this surplus. So you see, this is where I tell you about dusting your surface. Usiona venye inatoka vizuri. If I had not dusted my surface, ingekuwa inaniletea issues sahi kutoka. But then Yeah. This one I won't remove this. This I'll use to test if the oil is hot. You'll see once you get to that stage. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna slowly lift our mandazis. Okay, first let's remove the center part. Like that, guys, you see I have placed them on the party plates. This one is the tester one, then these ones are the mandazis themselves. So what you're gonna do is after this step we're gonna cover them with the same cloth we had used to cover them while it was resting, because again we don't want those things to form on top of the mini. So we're gonna cover them like this. So I'm not gonna take you through all the whole cutting out process, but I'm gonna come to you once I'm done cutting out all the mandazi shapes. So see you guys in a few. Today, this December series, each and every time I do a video, I'm gonna make sure I have someone to taste. Ndio msiseme ni mimi najipenda, eh? Yes, I'm gonna be, but now let me do the other mandazis, then come back to you. I'm done. An update on the mandazis. I'm done already cutting out the pieces. Here they are. They've gone for 4 plates, eh? And the last plate is here. I haven't turned it on the surface just to save on dishes, eh? These ones I've cut them into triangles simply because, don't mind this, these are dirty dishes. These ones I've cut them into triangles simply because I just felt like having like mix and matching, you know? Have to keep things interesting here. But all in all, those are the mandazis. These 3 plates though, they are circular, then this one is the triangular ones and the square ones. Meanwhile, I've put the oil to be getting hot. Now, for making mandazis, I have to point this out. You have to wait for this oil. This oil has to be... Unasikia? Sijui kama mna. Ngoja ninyamaze nisikie. Mnasikia kwa sauti kati? Hivyo, like it has water. It has to be... For making mandazis, the oil has to be silent. And then, the heat has to be on this high. You see this high? It has to be this high throughout. Mandazis, you cook them with high heat from start to end. While donuts, you heat up the oil, then you reduce the heat to low. That's the difference between cooking mandazis and cooking donuts. So yes, guys, we'll just have to wait for the oil to get hot. I'll show you how to know when the oil is hot once we get there. But for now, let's just wait for the oil to heat up, then I'll get back to you guys. As you can hear, guys, the oil has gone silent. I don't know, sinasikia kuna hiyo clacking sound, eh? So now, you remember this capice. Remember this capice, the one we said we were going to use as a tester. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... See? Now, when your mandazi does this is how you know your oil is hot. Mandazi hazifai kuwa zinakaa huko chini. Zikikaa huko chini, it means your oil is still cold and it needs some time to heat up. But once it does this, then you know your mandazi is, your oil is hot enough. You see, they're browning really nicely and they're evaring really well. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna wait for this one to get ready, and then we're gonna put the other samples. So let's put the other mandazis, guys. So pole too, you get like slowly. Usijichome. Oh Jesus. And then once we do that, you just follow the steps. You do it the way you see, we're just gonna have to watch and learn. See? Nice and brown. And once they're done, see, you like pick them out, and I usually put them in this container while they rest cook. Please guys note that hii kumwagilia mafuta moto is what makes your mandazi fura like that. They fura nicely and evenly all round. Then you have to give them like ample time to like brown really nicely on one side before turning them over. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me just drain the excess fat. See, nice golden brown. Three or four mandazis at a go, be my guest, but I prefer cooking. The smaller the number, the more the easier it is to control, because you see you have to sprinkle some hot oil on top, so it's also a process, so you have to be really careful. So we'll just put on this, yeah, just wait for this ones to get ready, and then we do the last batch, and then I can show you guys, then we can see you guys after I'm done doing all the mandazis. Make sure you drain all the oil nicely. So that's it, guys. After that quick and easy chop recipe, finally we are done. Why are you raising your hands? Oh, I have my friend with me here. He's gonna be the taste tester.
Hi.
Wait, it's not yet time. What the hell?
It's food. Like, dude, it's food.
Yo, okay.
I'm just gonna eat it, okay?
Finally, guys, we have our mandazis. Let me, guys, Jesus, they're gonna fall. Let me zoom in. I don't know if you guys can. I'll just leave a picture here. You'll just see it. But I have, because you guys say I'm the only one who tastes my food. So I have my friend here. His name is Carl. He's gonna taste the food for you guys. He's a representative. He's a subscriber. He's gonna represent you guys. He's gonna taste the food. Then he's gonna, not the food, he's gonna taste the mandazis. Then he's gonna tell you how they taste like. So yes, you pick one.
I voted on eating all of them, but no.
Wow, glutton. So just.
It's actually better than I thought. It's actually good.
You didn't think it was nice?
I knew it was nice.
Wow, shade. Mnaona the kind of people I deal with. Shady people. But anyway, give an honest review, guys.
It's nice, like top notch. Like restaurant versus this. Don't waste your money. Just buy this.
Well, you heard it from your representative. At least ndasema leo najihype.
I'm a pro.
That's a lie.
I'm a pro. I went to school for this.
That's a lie. I won't say it's a lie because you don't believe his review. But he didn't go to school for it. He's just a normal person. He's my neighbor and my really good friend and my handyman for DIYs. And that's why I wanted him to be the first tester for my mandazi. So, as you've heard from him, the mandazis are really good. As you have seen, the steps are really easy to make. You just follow the recipe. Don't overdo your dough. Don't use your fingertips. Use the back of your palm. And you will have the best mandazis ever. Yes, guys. That's the tea. That's what it takes to make perfect mandazis. Mnaona? Acha niwazoomie in. Mnaona? Goodness. Good. Guys, he's already finished his mandazi. Jesus. Let's see, guys, for this video. I promised you guys December is gonna be for bomb ass recipes. Mnaona na deliver. I'm delivering. I'm even having people coming over to taste. I don't want to let you guys down because you guys really come through and I need your support. So that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe in case you haven't. It's free, by the way. It's free to subscribe. Utakatwa 10 bob, 5 bob. It's free subscription. Until next time, guys, remember life is too short to eat boring food. So bye, guys.